I urge the federal government of Somalia to facilitate the speedy resettlement of returning refugees so that the country can immediately begin to benefit from their participation in nation building. This ceremony of today seeks to achieve three main results. First, we will have a harmonized action plan on repatriation and reintegration. Secondly, there will be an agreement on the resources required to successfully undertake this important exercise. And thirdly, the international community comprising of the countries represented here as well as those not here will commit themselves to support the plan by pledging the required resources. We are the happiest people today as the people of Kenya as we participate in this exercise that will see the biggest ever refugee camp in the whole world begin the process of orderly, voluntary repatriation of citizens to their homeland. I think there couldn't have been a better moment than this. And we are clear as the Kenya government that this is an exercise that is going to be structured, it's going to be orderly, it's going to be voluntary, so that refugees who've been here for more than 2 decades can find a framework where they can go back and, in a dignified manner, participate in their communities and in building their country.
Terrorism still remains a major threat to our region. The Federal Republic of Somalia is committed in creating conditions that will allow for the safe and dignified voluntary repatriation of the Somali refugees in Kenya and other neighboring countries. The government of Somalia recognizes the need for durable solutions for the refugees who are willing to return to Somalia to rebuild their lives. In this regard, my government, supported by the international community, shall put in place conditions conducive to the return of the refugees, including administrative, judicial, and security measures to ensure that the phased, tailored approach, return and reintegration of refugees takes place in a safety and dignity. This is an important condition for the success of this exercise.
It's the beginning of a journey of hope. It's the signal that we've been waiting for. And I think all of us have been wanting to see this signal for a long time. It's a signal that says that our neighbors, that our brothers and sisters in Somalia are on track. They're on track fully and truly and effectively stabilize their country. Kenya needs a very strong, a very stable, a very secure neighbor. It needs a neighbor that it can also work with to develop and grow this region. So we're extremely happy today that we are sending out that signal, the signal that normalcy is truly returning to our neighborhood.
The tripartite agreement that will be signed here today is significant for a number of reasons. It reaffirms the strong partnership that exists among the 3 signatories. It demonstrates their joint commitment to finding durable solutions for the Somali refugees in Kenya through a voluntary repatriation, and I would like to stress what has been said by the UNHCR representative in that respect. It also paves the way for efforts aimed at concluding similar agreements in the other countries of the region that host Somali refugees. And it sends out a positive message for Somalia's future.
We would like to recognize that the government and people of Kenya have tirelessly provided protection and assistance to Somali refugees for 2 decades. We, however, do not see the present agreement as a sign that Kenya is no longer willing to do so. On the contrary, we see the presence of the 3 parties here today as a call to the rest of the international community to commit more vigorously for viable and sustainable solution for the victims of a conflict that has lasted for way too long.